Turkey. People, the citizens are saying that we need to check, tourism to Turkey. But when a similar question was put up to the Congress leadership during a press conference, what happened when Congress was asked a question on boycott Turkey calls? Take a look at what happened there.
इस पर भी हम शीघ्र आपसे जरूर मुखातिब किसकी होगी?
थैंक यू।
सर टर्की बॉयकॉट,
टर्की के बायकॉट पे
सर इस पर भी हम किसकी होगी?
थैंक यू।
सर टर्की बॉयकॉट,
टर्की के बायकॉट पे
सर इस पर भी हम शीघ्र आपसे जरूर मुखातिब।
All right, Pragya, we just, took a look at that sequence during the press conference of the Congress party, asked a very direct question when it comes to, the boycott Turkey calls, that chorus which is increasing in India. But the Congress seems to be a little hesitant. Very clearly, Jairam, Ramesh and Pawan, Khera seem to be passing the mic to each other, finally saying that, we will answer this question later. Help us understand what exactly happened there. And what's the Congress's stand, any official stand whatsoever on Turkey?
Well, this looks like a dilemma of the opposition right now. If they say you should boycott, then they would be seeing as towing the line of the government and all the nationalist forces. If they say don't, then they look like as if they are standing against India and the sentiment of the people of the country who are cancelling their vacations in countries like Turkey. So this is a dilemma that they have not taken a stand on. But they are also, this is in the real world. But yes, on the virtual world, they are also taking on BJP leaders saying government should explain the stand. In fact, they are putting the BJP leaders in the dock, saying that you are praising all those who are taking stand against countries like Turkey.
So take an official stand, says the Congress party. You're right when it comes to the digital, the virtual world, and that's also a point which obviously, we are highlighting here on Times Now. But talking specifically about this press conference, Pragya, please stay with us. We have RP Singh also of the BJP who's joined us, on the phone line. Sir, amidst boycott Turkey chorus, it's obviously, I'm sure you all, you also know like us, it's trending online as well. The country is demanding boycott Turkey calls, that those are increasing. Meanwhile, Congress seems to be ducking a direct question when asked a question about Turkey. How do you react really to this, sir, first of all?
Well, it's a vote bank versus nation first. The complete nation is boycotting Turkey. They are in way of tourism or in way of trade boycotting Turkey. But they are running away from it because they see a vote bank behind it. They see that if they comment anything on Turkey, that will make them lose their Muslim vote. And that's how Congress talks about the security of the country. This is their overall gambit about the security of the country. This clearly shows that Congress is a vote bank first, then the nation.
So are you suggesting, sir, that this sort of hesitation which we saw during the press conference, is it, because of, as you say, quote unquote, the Congress's vote bank? They don't want to upset their vote bank, and perhaps that's why you say that they were evading questions on Turkey, sir?
Yes, because they think if they speak on Turkey, probably some vote bank they will not feel promoted. And they are going against the mood of the nation. Fact is that even Muslims are not in favor of Turkey today. I mean, I seriously doubt that any Muslim in the country will support Turkey or any tourism or any other trade with Turkey.
So you're saying it's because of the vote bank that the Congress is silent, is refusing to answer direct questions on Turkey, and that is what the BJP has to say over that sequence from the press conference which we just saw of the Congress party. We have Mr. Sirsa also joining us on the phone line. So I'm sure you heard what RP Singh had to say. RP Singh says that this is because of vote bank politics that Congress is ducking, evading questions on Turkey. But online, there are many Congress leaders who have come out and said that if the government has so many problems at Turkey, act officially against Turkey. What's stopping the government from taking some official action against Turkey? How do you really respond to this allegation of the Congress?
So first of all, till date, Congress is not able to decide whether to stay with the nation or to stand with those people who are against our country. It is not about the government action. It is about what is your intention. Your intention was very clear that you are evading this question. For what reason? Are you not standing with the nation? Are you not standing with our forces who are fighting against this kind of evil thought of these parties? And especially when the countries like stood by the Pakistan. I think the strong action should be in the press conference also, and wherever any citizen will talk about that when people are boycotting this. Why wouldn't Congress speak on this? So it clearly shows that they are not clear on their intention, whether they will stand by the nation or the armed forces, or whether they will stand by those people who are against our country.
So ask a direct question on Turkey, sir. I'm sure, you're talking specifically of this press conference where obviously two top Congress leaders seems to be evading the question. They're passing the mic to each other, eventually saying that we'll answer this later. Your colleague, the BJP had to say this is because of vote bank politics. Do you concur with that?
So actually, obviously it is somehow connected to the vote bank politics. For reason being, they don't want to give a message that we are against that country. But today it was not about the vote banks. They should have clearly come out and said, yes, when the question was very specific. You asked me a specific question, are you with the Turkey or are you against this? I would say, yeah, definitely Indians should boycott this kind of a people. They should definitely boycott. And in fact, Indians are boycotting. But then what is stopping Congress to say this? So this is the question. It is not about the government. It's about the individual emotions as per the emotional situation in this country, whether you stood by your country, by the armed forces, or you stand by those people who are against our country. That was the question.
All right. So you're saying the question before the Congress party at the end of the day is that are you with the people of the country or are you not? Because the countrymen, the people are demanding boycott Turkey. Obviously, that those trends also, which are obviously we can see, which are continuously trending online. But there seems to be a confusion within the Congress party. Let's take a look once again at that sequence, and then we will discuss this in further detail.
Thank you.
Sir, Turkey boycott.
Turkey के boycott पे.
Boycott के लिए.
इस पर भी हम शीघ्र आपसे जरूर मुखातिब किसकी होगी?
Thank you.
Sir, Turkey boycott.
Turkey के boycott पे.
Boycott के लिए.
इस पर भी हम
All right, asked a direct question, on Boycott Turkey calls. Congress seems to be ducking and evading the question. BJP seems to have latched on to that particular clip, claiming that the hesitation, which one can see on camera, the BJP says is due to vote bank politics. Congress, though, online, many of their leaders asking the government to directly act on Turkey. War of words internally over Boycott Turkey calls also escalating. We'll keep an eye on this big story through the course of the day. As of now, slipping into a short commercial break.